one thing you are unlearning and learning as you adult?
Tuanze na unlearning.
Unlearning.
Hello guys, how are you doing? Welcome to another episode of Talk the Talk with Melody, and today we are doing a very wonderful topic inaitwa Adulting 101. So today we are going to do our discussion quite in an amazing way because we have maswali. So I'm joined in by different guests, sura mpya mpya. They will introduce themselves, alafu tunaanza kujibu maswali kuhusu adulting. Karibuni sana. If you are a returning subscriber, karibu tena na tena. If it is your first time here, feel at home, subscribe, share and like. So I'm gonna let my guests introduce themselves. Na venye mnajua, ladies first.
Hi, my name is Maria and I have spent 2 years in my adulting life.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Peter Musila. I'm original Kenyan from Machakos County.
Where?
And I'm now based here in Watamu doing marine things.
Yes. Karibuni guys. Tutaanza na kujibu maswali. So as you know, adulting is a very interesting topic that we as adults in our adulting era, we just sat down and did a discussion. Tukaona it would be best if we also share what we think about adulting with you at home, and feel free to comment and also share with us your experience. So we are not saying that our experience is the ultimate perfection of what adulting should be. We're just sharing how it has been for us. So musitu judge. Yes, mukiona sisi hatuja adult vizuri, we are learning, and if you see where to manage vizuri, ni God manze. So we're going to start with Maria atatuanzia. You're going to pick a question and then you read it, then all of us tunaijibu.
So
yes.
Fine adulting.
Wow.
Right. In my opinion, adulting is, first of all, you've left the house. You are now on your own. You're doing everything for yourself. Even sometimes you're taking care of loved ones who are dependent on you. I think that's 100% adulting. It's when you're also given the opportunity to become your own self.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What do you think?
Adulting for me ni you are grown up. You are a grown up. You don't expect your mom to come and tell you, hey, hii nguo ni chafu, you have to take it off. Where adulting is just venye tu Maria amesema, you're on your own, and some things you just have to do it by yourself. Nobody will come and push you and say, go and shower, go and write, go and read, go and work. It depends on you.
Yeah, pretty much with me actually. What you're saying, it's like when you are now able to make your own choices. Like when you like now you're done with school, and then like now you're
What
just
next?
in a real out world here.
The big world.
Making choices every day, left, right, and center, without knowing what to do next. Yeah. That's what adulting for me is.
Just I wish people could be babies forever, but sasa ni life. Okay, my question is, what is adulting teaching you at the moment? So at the moment, adulting is teaching me to respect time and to value time. Because just a few years ago I was 18, so excited. Adi we were like, when are we going to get IDs? Sahi niko na hiyo ID, and I'm like, wow. And now I'm approaching, tutasema hiyo. We are in our 20s and we are like, time really goes, time really flies, and there's a lot of things you need to do, and part of those things you have to do, they are major life decisions. Like, this is a career you want to pursue. Already you have pursued this journalism career, what next? And now a lot of things are so dependent on you. In as much as you want to go and tell your parents about it, the decision still lies with you. What do you want to do as a person? And adulting is teaching me to respect time.
So I think it's teaching me how to be independent.
Woo!
How to not depend. You know, you're so used to your mom, your dad, like they tell you what to do. If there's a problem, you call them up. You're like, Mom, something happened. Okay, don't worry. I'll help you out. Now they're gone. They're not here. They're not living. You're not living in their house. So it's very much like gas is out. They're not going to go fill it for you. You have to go yourself to figure out gas. You have to do your own shopping. Just the smallest things that you don't realize that is done for you. Now you have to do it. Tax returns. I don't even want to think about that. But anyway, that's what I'm learning, how to be very independent.
Independent. Oh.
And for me, I think currently what adulting is teaching me is a lot of patience. Because I've lived by myself for a while now. Like for years, let's say like 7 years or so. And like I always thought, like when you go out now, you have like all the freedom to do everything you want, like all the parents do not want you to do. But then you still do them, and you still come back and say like, "Were they really that good?" It's not like
What you thought?
Yeah, I thought it was like really everything would be so much fun. But then you go do those things and you're like, nah, this can't be it. Yeah, there's maybe they can be. Yeah, maybe there's more to it.
Ground.
Yeah, but now up to now, and now it's making me now take things much slower. Like not in that rush. Like when you're when you're in high school, I was like, yeah, let me just keep going. But now I'm like, these things, even though like they really matter, like they require a lot of time and a lot of experience, a lot of effort, like every day to keep learning every day and every day to keep making decisions. So yeah, it's teaching me a lot of patience, really.
Maisha usipoipeleka pole pole, it will panga you.
Wallahi.
Yeah, you can take us through the next question.
Okay. Let's do this. How is organizing your life of importance while adulting? Okay, should I start with that one?
Take us.
It's okay, thanks.
It's okay.
Okay.
No rush.
How is organizing your life of importance while adulting? Well, I think like there's no marking scheme in adulting or in like there's so many things to do. Left, right, and center. You want to find a girlfriend. You want to continue education. You want to find a job. You want to do any. All these things are there, packed. You also want to have fun. You also
You want to have friends.
You have to have friends.
Family.
Yeah, all these things are there, and they're just like congesting you. So I think organizing your life and like making these daily choices about like what things are super important to you, and then like just pangaing them with like the importance of yeah. I think that's a really
important
key thing for a person to do, especially a youth who is now coming into the adult life. Just pangaing what you think is more important. I think for me now, like I think family is one of the most important things for me now, and like just spending time doing the things that you love doing most, and around people you love most, and I think organizing life in that like small ways, but can create a very big impact in the overall picture.
Okay, for me, I can say just venye umesema, like organizing yourself really in terms of importance, I think it saves you time and energy, because I've realized while I was adulting, I had a lot of energy all over, and at a moment it would stress me because I was giving too much and receiving so less, and I was like, for a moment I have to prioritize. I have to know if it's time for friends, if it is time to work on my grades, time for grades, it is time to look for a job, work on attachment, because let me tell you, kuna mbio ingine inakujanga, especially when you're finishing school, you're thinking attachment, what next, what next, like your mind is always what next thing, and I'm telling you, if you have like your energy scattered all over, it is very hard to find yourself at the end of the day, because that's when you realize, but I'm the only one who is everywhere around people's lives. Do I even have time for my own life? So organizing myself I will place it in terms of priority. Even before meeting or going to some sherehe, you've been aliquad, you've been invited by a friend, you have to ask yourself, how is this going to help me? Or will I be wasting time if I go? Like, you have to sit and think. You know, kitambo, somebody will be like, 20, I'll be like, let's go. When, how, what do we need? Nini, I would go. But right now I have to be like, wengoja. Do I have a meeting tomorrow? No, I'm free, but what did I plan I was supposed to do that day? You may bounce out, I can come because I can see I have time. Because we're adulting, valuing time is the that I'm learning. And yeah, so in terms of organizing myself, it saves me time and energy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the way you mentioned what next, I feel like as soon as you finish campus, you're looking for a job. It's like, okay, I secure the job, what happens after the job? You're always looking in the future. So for me, the importance of prioritizing my time is also learning to live in the moment and not constantly thinking, oh, next. And then you don't have a work-life balance. So it's like you're always, let's say in a week, you're working more than 25 hours, 40 hours a week, just to get yourself to the next step. But then you look back in a month and you've done nothing for yourself. So are you really living, or are you living for your future? But then you look back once you're in your future, you're like, oh, I didn't really do much that past year. So I think even appreciating the small things in life, that's what I like to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, we are all learning. We are on our last round.
Okay.
So Maria is going. Yeah.
Okay, so what is the most exciting thing about being an adult? Wow. I'm glad I got this one. You know, it's the smallest things, like telling your mom, not asking your parents, Mom, can I go see my friends? It's more walking and like, oh, Mom, I'm going to see my friends later today. I honestly, my parents were very strict about who I could meet, what time I could meet them. So when that final switch happened and I was like, oh, by the way, I'm going to meet them on Saturday, I'm going from this time to this time, they're like, yeah, okay. That's personally, it's such a small thing, but that's a win for me. That's the most exciting thing right now. I'm loving about adulting. My absolute freedom. Like, I can choose what I want to do when I want to do it.
Yeah.
Nice. For me, I think the most exciting is learning in the process. As I go, and yeah, because there's always so much. There's always so much to learn, anyways, and like each day gives a different meaning to something even that you thought yesterday was like not meaningful at that time, and then today you're like, so this makes so much sense now that I already know this other thing. So yeah, that learning in the process is a really exciting thing to me now, and just taking each day at a time. I think it's an awesome thing to do as an adult, because now I have like a free will, of course, to choose make my own decisions, and yeah, just to make my right decision.
Right.
The right decision. So
Okay.
yeah, that's exciting.
Okay, for me the exciting thing about adulting is that my opinion could be like sound like, hey, ni adultish. Like that joy of you're a big person and you've made this decision and we respect it.
Yeah, it's respecting that decision.
Yeah. That's the most exciting thing about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
You go, Peter.
Okay.
Yes, we are about to finish. Yamisha.
Okay, so one thing you are unlearning and learning as you adult.
Tuanze na unlearning.
Unlearning. There's so many things I'm
Unlearning.
unlearning.
Like?
What am I unlearning? It's about spiritual growth for me, and it's about like what it entails as an individual to be like a spiritual person. Because like for me, while growing up, like it was very like one way of thinking, and for me it did not fit as much, because like it was going to church on a Sunday and then all the other days you're coming and doing all your things, and then on the other, the next
The
Sunday,
the same
now that's when
practice.
you remember, kumbe, we usually go
Go to church.
and repent. But yeah, but now recently, like while studying and learning, like what it entails, I'm figuring out that it's more of being like a genuine, like just connecting yourself to God
relationship with
directly,
God,
and like being genuine to God on a personal level.
Yeah.
I think that's something that I'm really unlearning
I'm so
from what has
happy for
been
you.
there and learning. That's an example for
Amazing.
me. Yeah.
Wow. What about you?
Unlearning something to do with expectations. Sijui nitaiweka aje, but I'm learning that people are not perfect. That we are not all in the same level in terms of personality and growth. There are people that you look at them and you're like, huyu hawezi niangusha. I am unlearning not to put expectations on people and to understand that they could also fail because they're not perfect. And I'm learning to just trust in God in the path of adulting and to trust his ways in the life of man. Ile tunasemanga God has a plan for everyone. So I'm actually trusting God on that plan. Yeah.
I think for me, I'm unlearning that. Well, I'm learning unlearning the fact that once you pick a career path or you pick a decision, this is where I want to go in life. I'm unlearning that it's okay to decide to change what you want. You've studied something and you've spent so many years in it, you think, oh, I'm miserable, but I've sacrificed so many years gearing up to this. I have to stay. I'm learning that it's alright to just change. It's okay because